Hey, let me explain to you the three major points that you're going to be reading in the chapter AI Service Model for an Airline Ecosystem. Before I get into that, let me ask you this question. How many times have you been on a flight and you felt like you have a delay, or you know that you're going to have a delay and you want to connect to another flight, you have ground transportation, there's a lot of things that you want to do once you land, but you have little access. Perhaps the internet is not that strong, perhaps your connectivity is not reliable enough, and perhaps you don't know which applications to use and you're going to be landing in a different city or a country. This is the big context that I'm trying to solve. So within this chapter, I talk about the three major points that I spoke about, and the first one being well-being, the second, AI as an assistant, and the third, value and use. And I'll explain that later in a little bit more details. The first part, which is well-being, is really simply put, people like to have enough resources, not too much and not too little, for a challenge they face. So this is the whole concept of well-being. This is how you make people feel better. So if I'm able to do that with technology and with digital interaction, then I have kind of reached my goal. So giving enough resources means that you are giving just the right resources when I have that challenge, like I just spoke about. You have a delay. I want to narrow down some resources, and I want to be able to use them in the right moment. So this is the whole picture of well-being. It's not exactly a walk in the park. Not everything is going to be amazing. This is not realistically how it goes, but just having the user or the customer feel like they have enough resources to solve problems. The second the second point that I want to talk about is AI as an assistant and not as something that takes over. In order for me to know how to utilize and use I need to know about the system. So this paper talks about identifying a service system, identifying an ecosystem. You would be surprised on how different each industry has a different kind of system. So you have to go in there and understand and ask and analyze to understand what kind of service ecosystem to be able to apply these kind of solutions, these technical solutions and AI solutions in a very efficient way. The last point I want to talk about is value and use. And this puts everything together, really. Value and use is when you're able to give value at the right moment. This is really what it boils down to. So I believe that AI can be developed to that point where it can give you the right kind of solution at the very moment where you need it the most. I hope you enjoy reading this chapter, and I hope you enjoy reading the book, which talks about also technology in different aspects and how it can be humanized.